Division 2 Round 6 here at Donington Park for what will be the second to last sprint race on MotoGP 23 for Division 2. And unfortunately for these guys, the track is wet. It has been raining for the BSB boys in their pre-season testing. And unfortunately the weather has stayed. And therefore, we're going to have our first wet session in quite a while. And it's a sprint quali as well, so what could possibly go wrong? As normal, Daredevil and Ropey, the first riders out on track. The track looks fairly dry actually, I mean it's not flooded. But it's definitely not ideal. Donington, there's usually some form of wet weather in every single BSB season. There has not been a wet race since or at least a wet session since 2019, so. Because it's not unexpected, and unfortunately, maybe later on the rain might hold, wet weather might hold out. But down to the foggy S's for the first time. Not easy to detect, especially because the curbs aren't exactly profiled correctly. Curbs are very wide and flat in real life. Well, not flat, but wide. And here the curbs are extremely small, so. They definitely need to probably update that. Even though I think this is taken from the 2009 version, so it does the VollGazzRacing should be a bit different profiled anyway. So anyway, let's stop talking about track profiles. Let's get on to the actual laps themselves. So Ropey crossed the line. It's the first rider to start his official time in this qualifying session into Red Gate for the first time. Nice and safely through. They're now down into Hollywoods. As they now approach the deadly Carina curves, hopefully nobody will join the Carina Club. On this game, it's quite difficult to crash at Carina in the way the guys do in real life. Through the hold hairpin now into the Schwantz curve at Starkey's Bridge. And now into McLean's. As you can tell, this is one of the few tracks on the calendar I do know every single corner name, as Ropey has a big wobble. Lots of spinning, and Daredevil is now all over the back of the home rider. Through McLean's, this is where Bailey unfortunately lost one of his fingers in 2007 on a massive high side. Trying to hold off Toseland into the foggy S's. Whoa, 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 Rope has a big moment, he hits the ground. I have no idea how he has kept that bike up. And he's probably gained time from doing that as well. Daredevil has actually lost time. But Ropey having a big moment as the rear end lands. Unbelievable. Now into the final corner of Goddard. Round he goes. Up to line. He's going to have one more go at it as well. Big wheelie. Across the line. It's 1:30.15. Do you know who was missing last week goes second? Gamer goes third. No Star goes first to No Star. Currently leads the championship. I don't remember how many points it is. But essentially, between him and Q Gamer is not a lot. Freddie goes third, fresh from victory in Portimao. And Daredevil now is on a lap. His teammate is a marker. Dreaded Head has gone down at the foggy S's. I'm not sure if he'll get another. He might, probably just get another lap in. Q Gamer's gone down at McLean's. I think two riders have gone down at McLean's actually, so. Q Gamer not set for a second row start at the moment. Daredevil into the foggy S's now. So the front end just has no no control over it, and I'm dreading for the Division 1 race if should that be wet, because front end on some of those bikes in there could be quite lethal. Here we go, into the final corner. Go Ropey. Oh, Daredevil's gone down at Goddard. He's done the classic crash. Ropey goes across the line, takes pole position for now. You gotta remember the tracks are constantly evolving. Those are now up to line, and retakes the place by 7/10. Freddie with the anti-venom helmet. Up to the line he goes and improves again. Skydeef inventing a new line around the Foggy S's. Does a wheelie and goes down. So Dreaded Head is the last rider. You can set a lap time. Into Foggies. All right through there. Not got the greatest of exits though. It now comes into the Melbourne Loop. All you have to do is just finish this lap at Goddard's, and he'll go into sixth at worst. Hard on the brakes. Into the final corner. He lifts the bike up. He paddles towards the line. And he goes fifth. So, pole position goes to No Star. Ropey in second, Freddy in third, Joe in fourth, Dreaded Head fifth, Q Gamer sixth, Daredevil seventh, Skydeef eighth, and Marcel rounds out the field in ninth. Q-Gamer just disconnected, so we'll restart the session.
Only moments to go until the start of the British Grand Prix. Just a few seconds more and Donington will become the scene of a real battle between the riders. Let's take a look at the final classification of this race. The riders are enjoying a well-deserved...
Okay, so just waiting for the last few riders to ready up before we can start the opening sprint of the day. Just 3 riders to ready up. Turns I'm an idiot and forgot to turn tyre wear on. Ugh.
Only moments to go until the start of the British Grand Prix. Just a few seconds more and Donington will become the scene of a real battle between the riders. In a moment, we'll go live to Parc Fermé for interviews with the riders who made the podium. But in the meantime,
Right, let's try again. Right, everybody is readied up, so let's get this race finally underway after about 6 minutes of delays.
to go until the start of the British Grand Prix. Just a few seconds more and Donington will become the scene of a
So we go No Star Championship leader on pole, Ropey in second, and Freddie in third. The lights are on. And we're off. No Star getting a lot of spin. One person didn't get spin, or 2 riders didn't get spin though. Is Ropey and Freddie down into turn 1. Oh, No Star's at the back of Ropey, and that's going to cost him a lot of positions. Oh, Q Gamer and No Star make contact, and Q Gamer moves into 3rd or 4th position as they now go down into Hollywood, into the Craner curves for the first time. And both Repsol Hondas. Oh, and Joe's gone down. And No Star's having to concede to Shredded Head now, but No Star's having a big moment. Whoa! Lots of moments going on there. Oh my lord. Sky D's looking up the inside of Dreaded Head now, but Joe just hitting the back. I think he just kissed the back of Q Gamer, and down he went. Oh, and Sky D's taking no prisoners, smashing into the side of I think that was Q Gamer there, and that now drops Q Gamer and No Star down to 6th and 7th positions. lowest we've seen them be on merit all season, down into the fog. Yes, it's three abreast into the turn. Somehow these three riders have made it through. You can see Dreaded Head there and No Star side by side. Oh, No Star's really breaking late there. He's going to take the two for the price of one. And Q Gamer somehow saved that. He's tried to react. He's had to sit the bike up. The bike's not wanted to do so. And somehow he's kept it all up. Down into the... God, that's... Oh my lord. Just, try and get No Star to go. I think No Star's just in a place where he's a lot faster, but he's having to... In being so, he's having to take quite a lot of risk. Not risk, trying to avoid an action. So, Ready leads. Ropey and Dreaded Head has gone down at Redgate. So it's Freddy, Ropey, Daredevil, Sky and Eve, your top four, all in a group. No Star's fifth. Q Gamer is in sixth. And Daredevil is getting hounded by Sky and Eve. Had a really poor qualifying. Didn't set a lap time. But he's looking fast, he's looking racy. The Malaysian obviously he will be used to this kind of wet weather. Oh, Q Gamer's gone down at McLean's. Sorry, not McLean's, McLean's, sorry, yeah. And Freddie's gone down at Coppice, so that leaves Ropey in the lead of this race, half a second ahead of his teammate. Well, it was always going to be a race of crashing, and we've already had a lot of it. So it's just the top three now. Actually, No Star is in fourth, so the top four are the riders yet to crash. And it's an 8-lap sprint, one of the longest sprint, if not the longest sprint of the season. Oh, and Freddie and No Star are duking it out. With No Star remaining in fourth place. For how long, I don't know. As Sky Eve and Goddard has overtaken Daredevil. As Daredevil overtakes him round the outside into Goddard. Goddard's Redgate and Ropey's gone down at turn 1. So that now promotes Sky Eve and Daredevil into first and second. No Star, who's just at the fastest lap of the race, is in third. Oh, Marcel's gone down at Redgate as well. But now the track is getting drier. The tyres increasingly are wearing out. To the point where on the last lap we're probably going to have no tyres left. And if you think the riders are having a big wobble through the corners now, wait to see the bikes in a few laps' time. This is where you've got to be smooth on your input. You've got to look after these tyres. You've got to find a different way of riding. When that edge grip goes, your bike is going to be weaving all over the place, spinning. The front's going to want to close. You want to be high side. It's going to be doing all these things. Oh, and Daredevil's gone down at Foggy S's. Thankfully, he's respawned in a safe place, and Ropey and Freddie will be able to go through. So, No Star is now into second place. He was 8th at one point. He's now second. And it's a KTM 1-2. And Q Game having a disaster down in 8th place, only picking up 1 point. It seems like the sprints are definitely not for Q Gamer this season. As we're only just starting, lap number 4 the field really spread out compared to how it was just a lap or so ago. As Q Gamer and Joe fighting for 7th place, trying to close in on Dreaded Head in front. Q looking up the inside at Redgate. Front protesting, but he's held on and is now into 7th, or is he? Joe taking the wider line so he can take more speed through Craner, but I think Q's going to hold on to position. Meanwhile, back at the front, Sky Leaf is being closed in by his teammate, the championship leader. Being Belgian, I'd imagine No Star's also quite used to some wet weather himself. So we now go down into Foggy S's again, as Marcel is having a bit of a disaster at the moment. He's crashed at Schwann, so people have done it a lot of times. Troy Bayless has done that in real life in the wet, and Skyleaf has made a big mistake at Foggy's, and here comes No Star up the inside into the Melbourne loop. But he's going to be due to the really poor run down the straight, he'll be able to brake later. The two make contact. Side by side as they head towards Goddard's. No Star's a big slide, and he's gone down. Unbelievable. No Star braking extremely aggressively like he's top rack, and unfortunately the bike has protested and said no, but he's got such a space advantage. He's able to rejoin in third, so Skydeep outthinking his teammate a little bit there, and once again is in the lead of this race. Only 1 second though in front of Freddie. And I think the tyre wear is starting to kick in. I wish I could see the tyres, because I'm pretty sure they're going to be way over half done by now, from my experience in the wet weather. And Freddie is closing in. Freddie, could you go back to back? Oh, No Star's gone down again. He's fallen victim to McLean's. Oh, and Dreaded Head has gone down as well. And Ropey now is going to move into 4th place at Coppis. All of a sudden, No Star Q Gamer are only going to are in 5th and 6th place. Swings and roundabouts for the fortunes of the championship leaders. As No Star looks up the inside of Ropey into Foggies. It's just not quite possible. So No Star 1 lap ago was taking the lead into the Melbourne Loop. A lap later he's in 5th. Oh, and Dreaded Head's gone down again. Marcel's managed to pick up a long lap penalty. I definitely tell No Star's has got a lot more confidence in braking compared to everybody else, but unfortunately it's just mistakes have unravelled. And he's definitely going to need a better start, because at the moment he's going to be starting in 5th place, and if he has a poor start like he did in the sprint, he's going to be probably right at the back, entering turn 1 for the main race. So, with 3 laps to go, Ropey makes a mistake at the hold hairpin, but his line is just blocked No Star from attacking. And into McLean's No Star making sure not to go down this time. And at the front, Skydeep has got Freddie all over the back of him. And Joe is actually past Q Gamer, so no team orders at the moment for Repsol Honda. Can Freddie attack the Malaysian? Skydeep, who started in last place. Near enough. Ooh, Freddie getting right up to the back of the KTM rider. Was unable to make an attempt at a move. Meanwhile, I think Ropey is hauled off. No Star just about the two made contact, and Ropey's come out on top for that. As we now start to build up this race, as Daredevil's gone down again at Goddard. That promotes his teammate to 3rd. No Star's gone down as well, maybe. No, I think he's just taking avoiding action. Oh, and Freddie's gone down at Redgate, and that will leave MotoGP. Oh, he's gone down again, rejoining the track. But he's got such a... No Star's gone down as well. No Star goes down at Goddard. And now, Joe overtakes Repsol Honda rider, to KTM rider, and Q Gamer moves in front of No Star onto the penultimate lap. Unbelievable. So, the two championship contenders in 6th and 7th. And I can definitely tell the tyres are just fading away now. No Star's got such a pace advantage, and it was going so right for him in the first half, and it's just all gone horribly wrong for him as he now go through McLean's. The bike's just moving all over the place. And Freddie's got through on Ropey. Ropey's going back up the inside of Coffey's. Fantastic move there by Ropey. He's got on the grass though, taking the corner so tight, trying to give Freddie the space. That's cost him a runner now. Daredevil he's really close to his teammate as well. Down into the fog, yes, Freddie's got the inside line. But Ropey's going to probably get the better exit. He's got the slipstream into the Melbourne Loop. He's looking up the inside of the bike. He's just shaking all over the place. He's got the inside line, but his nose is being cut off. He's running onto the curb. You really don't be doing that in the wet conditions. There's No Star is looking up the inside. No, he's not. So he's looking up the inside at Q Gamer. Oh, Ropey's gone down at Goddard's. So many victims to Goddard's. And Q Gamer and No Star side by side, heading into the final corner, onto the last lap. And Q Gamer is just about holding 5th position as they start the final lap. Now, No Star's got the run down into turn 1. Onto the brakes into red gate for the final time. And No Star's through, but Q Gamer's going to try to set up the bike, try and get the better exit up the inside into Hollywood, but the Belgian just holds on and is back inside the top 5 ahead of his championship rival, but he cannot make a crash. He cannot crash on this last lap, because he will drop down to 7th and concede 2 points. Oh, Q Gamer nearly goes down himself at the old hairpin. Big mistake by Q Gamer. And Roper looks up the inside of McLean's to make contact. And Ropey's up the inside of Q. Marcel's going down again, and Ropey is through into 6th. I would not be surprised if Q does just attempt to move, because at this stage he hasn't got a lot to lose. Q go round the outside of VollGazzRacing, but that is not possible. But what is possible is Sky Deef, the only rider to not go down. And Ropey's gone down on the Malbon loop, I don't believe this. But Sky Deef, round the final corner, is going to take a very chaotic sprint victory. Masterful riding, nearly riding to stay on two wheels throughout those 8 laps. Freddie takes 2nd, Daredevil's 3rd, Joe takes 4th, No Star is 5th, and Q Gamer holds on to 6th place. Ropey will be 7th, with Dreaded Head in 8th, and Marcel will not finish, but will take 9th place. So there we have it, MotoGP, sorry, that's his old name, Sky Deef, takes the victory in the sprint, ahead of Freddie in 2nd, Daredevil 3rd, Joe 4th, No Star 5th, Q Gamer 6th, Ropey 7th, Dreadhead 8th, and Marcel rounds up the field in 9th. And that will also be your grid for the main race. So 15 laps of Donington Park, which is essentially the same distance, roughly the same distance as a BSB race. Right, so here we go for the final race for Division 2 today. So unfortunately, Dreadhead has been called into work, so unfortunately he will not be competing. But currently still on the grid, so he hasn't left the session yet. But luckily he's on the back row, so he can't cause any chaos on the start. Just waiting on Marcel. There we go. Right, let's get this show on the road.
Only moments to go until the start of the British Grand Prix. Just a few seconds more and Donington will become the scene of a real...
So, Hadif has gone from the back row to the front row. Freddie in second and Daredevil in third. The lights are on. They're out and we're off. Hadif having a massive wheelie off the line. And who's that? That's Q Gamer, who takes a lead. It takes a great start and is into second place. Into turn one, but he's braked himself. He's lost the front as well, but he somehow stayed on. Both KTM's down in that was a lot of drop positions off the start. And oh, that is a big. Oh, the two Repsol Hondas have gone down. I think Joe made contact with Sky Hadif and unfortunately left Q Gamer nowhere to go as Freddie leads the way ahead of Daredevil in second and Ropey in third. Sky Hadif is fourth. No Star is fifth. Joe's gone down for a second time. So that's not what Q Gamer needed from his teammate at all. And Dreaded Head just said he got called in for work, but apparently he's still going. So maybe he's going for a play. I'll leave and I'll race till I crash. But Dreaded Head, despite not meant to be taking part, he is in fifth place currently, and Ropey and Daredevil back and forth for second place. The two Grassini Ducati riders are they are yet to take victory this season. Hadif yet to take a full victory this season. He has missed the last couple of rounds. As they enter and exit Goddard's for the first time for 15 times they've got to go through that corner. Oh, Marcel's gone down to Goddard's in the background there. And that promotes Q Gamer one position. So is anyone going to play the long game? Well, you got to stay on it. You got one thing to learn for the sprint. You got to stay on. Second thing, you got to look after your tyres. No Star, beautiful move at Hollywood up the inside of Dreaded Head, getting a nice run out of Redgate. And it's gone for a Daredevil's gone down at the old hairpin. I don't think Q will be able to get through. And Ropey now is beginning to attack Freddie. He's going up the inside of McLean's. He gives him a little nudge. But Ropey's now into the lead for the first time in this race. But come the final 2/3, that's where the race is going to be won or lost for most people. As Joe's gone down for a third time, sorry. Joe not having a good time of it currently. As Freddie has almost just done a Tommy Bridewell. Thankfully, that has not happened. Nearly had a replica of Tommy Bridewell and Glenn Irwin from last year, but thankfully Freddie just tapped Ropey and somehow the pair of them stayed on. But Hadif now is on the back of the Frenchman. And then having his Dreaded Head really wide at Goddard's. Oh, Q Gamer's gone down at Goddard's. So Goddard's is claiming victim to a lot of riders here. And Q Gamer is now down in 8th. So for the championship, this is pretty big stuff. But it's only we're only on to the 3rd lap. There's still 13 more, including this one, to go. where a lot can. We saw the sprint. Whoa! When No Star nearly goes down, he's hit the outside curb. We've seen all it takes is one mistake, and you can go from the lead to 5th, or the lead to it could all change in one moment. As Q Game has re-overtaken Marcel, back into 7th place he goes. I think No Star's strategy might just simply be stay on. He's in front of Q Gamer. He doesn't need to. Obviously, if he can take the victory, it'd be ideal. But at the moment, I think he's probably just trying to rebuild his confidence in himself. Really, really good qualifying performance. As Ropey goes down at high side at the Fog Yeses. And unfortunately, Freddie had nowhere to go. He just hit the back of the Grassini of the Grassini bike. And that now rotates the KTMs into a 1-2 again. Traded Head did pass Ropey briefly, but Ropey's gone back through. So Ropey, it's a bit, your front just folds sometimes into the foggy, and the entrance to the foggy S's if you touch the curb. Maybe if you even don't touch the curb. Unfortunately, he just went, and as he tried to change direction, the rear let loose, and down he went. And poor Freddie just had nowhere to. He was too close to Ropey to react, really. So one of those things. But Skydeep, after a poor start, is back in the lead of the race. No Star in 2nd. Really favourable position here for the championship. We saw Hadif. He did really struggle at the end of the race, of the sprint with tyre wear. So that's leading me to believe he's running quite low TC levels. Because that is the lower the TC, you can go faster if you're smart enough with the gas. But the downside to that, especially in the wet, is the fact it burns the tyres extremely quickly. Especially if depending on the way you make lap time. So I'm just thinking maybe No Star's trying to save the tyres as well, because it can make such a difference. And there we go. No Star's actually gained 1 second on Hadif in the pass in the fog yesterday, so Hadif must have made another mistake like he did in the sprint. As Daredevil and Traded Head side by side to make contact in the Melbourne loop, but the Jamaican takes 5th place back, with Daredevil's going to have the better run out of the corner. Still side by side into Goddard's. Daredevil really wide onto the grass. He's managed to stay up, and he hasn't stayed on. He's gone down. Oh, Q's! Oh my God, Q's followed him. Q actually nearly hit the back of Daredevil there, but he's respawned extremely quickly, to be fair, and has remained in 7th place. At the front, though, No Star has taken the lead of the race. So from being 2.3 seconds back with a lap to go, he's in the lead. So, can the Belgian now go on to take victory? These are the only two. These two in front. The other one's not to go down. And Daredevil's gone down at the old hairpin again. And Q Gamer is now promoted into 6th. So actually, no, Dreaded Head's not gone down. Oh, Hadif nearly hit he's up to the white line inside curb of Coppice, but stayed on. So just trying to be as smooth as possible, make no mistakes. Oh, and here comes Hadif. Let's take avoiding action. Q Gamer's gone down at the foggy S's, and that's going to demote him to 7th, 8th, and maybe 9th. Yeah, 9th. As Hadif goes up the inside. Not MotoGP, Skydeep, sorry, I keep saying where Mods come from. I haven't said MotoGP in years. But Skydeep retakes the lead after No Star's a bit of a moment on the front, on the rear. At Goddard's, we've only just ended the first third of this race. Now I'll go down towards Craners. So I'm picking the wrong camera here. And Freddie's in the background here, so if these two start to battle, make some big mistakes, the Frenchman will be all over them. It's so hard to tell who's the strongest between these two, because I think they've both got similar pace. He's got the fastest lap. It's No Star he's got the 2nd fastest lap. So reverse. Oh, Q Gamer's gone down again. Where's he crashed? He's crashed at Starkey's bridge. Oh, Hadif's done a stop into Foggies. He's going to run on. He's going to run wide, surely. No, he hasn't. He's managed to keep it on track, but that now allows No Star to retake the lead on exit. But if can break later, he's up the inside and he's through. So there might be teammates, but there's definitely any teamwork going on here. Oh, and Daredevil's gone down to Foggies. And as part of the battling, they're actually pulling away from Freddy, so, or at least maintaining the gap to Freddy. As we start lap number 7, Dreaded Head has picked up a long lap penalty, so he may not have crashed yet, but he's picked up a long lap somehow. Must have run on at Foggies a few times. Because there's no green paint here, it's No Star, it's the inside curb and nearly goes down on the grass. Into the old hairpin. The bikes are starting to move already. They're not weaving as such, but there's definitely a lot of movement in the bikes. Oh, and No Star at Starkey's bridge and Schwantz into Schwantz curve has taken the lead back from Hadif into McLean's. Hadif surely can't try and make a move in Coppice, surely not. No, he's fought against it. Oh, and Marcel's gone down. Marcel's gone down at Starkey's. And into Foggy's. No Star sliding the rear. And Hadif, surely, knowing Hadif, he's going to attack. Ropey's gone down at Foggy's again. And Ropey's gone. I don't know if he's rage quit, because it's very strange, because he still would have emerged in 5th place, so that's a very strange leave for me. I hope it's a disconnect. Well, I hope it was, they want him to disconnect, but I hope he hasn't rage quit. His Cube Gamer's gone down for I've lost count how many times he's gone down, but it's another crash for the championship contender, and No Star looks to be set to extend his championship lead by quite a sizable margin. I think between these two, it's going to come down to who's got the best tyre wear, who can make the least mistakes. Can they stay on? As Daredevil's gone down again. And No Star is just starting to maybe eke out a small gap over Mud Hadif. Why does he do Mud? Sky Hadif. But Hadif, he's definitely not laying his teammate out of sight. Hadif's yet to take a long race victory this season. No Star's taken 2, I believe. Yeah, QKM is taken 2, No Star's taken 2, Freddy's taken 1. He's very fast into Foggies. But he's gone through it okay, had a bit of a shake, lost a bit of time. Into the Melbourne loop. Hadif again gaining a lot on Hadif, and Hadif gaining a lot on the No Star in the braking zone. He's actually got a better exit, and the gap's closed by a 10th doing that. As we are past the halfway stage now, on to lap number 9, 7 to go. And No Star's lined up out of red gate is very crucial. He's trying to sit the bike up as early as possible, not to use the edge grip, because you need the edge grip. You want to save it as much as possible, so it's smart riding by No Star here in terms of tyre consumption. But Hadif is closing in the second sector. There's not a lot that can separate these two, but I think No Star's got the edge in the first sector. Maybe Hadif's got the edge in the last sector, and maybe the second one as well. But in the third, I think No Star's got the edge. So lots of differences here. Hadif running a lot more corner speed. He's gonna have to go run onto the. No, he's managed to do that somehow. But he is one warning away from a long lap penalty, so Hadif's got to be careful. Again, he's taking that very fast entry, but it's costing. As No Star's gone down, that's actually worked out in Hadif's favour. No Star goes down at the Melbourne Loop. Hadif went extremely wide. Has actually managed to avoid hitting the bike, and has now taken a lead. But we'll say he has got a long lap imminent potentially. You've got to be careful not to exceed track limits, and there is no long lap penalty here. In real life, it is at the Melbourne Loop, but because it's 2009, they haven't factored that in. So, Q Game has gone down at the Melbourne Loop possibly. So No Star, big mistake. He was set to extend the gap to about a second, and after that mistake from Hadif, but unfortunately, he's now trailing by 2.5 seconds. So we're back to where we were about 5 laps ago. With 5.5 laps to go, we're going to see who's got the best tyres, who's got the best pace. Hadif has taken a double sprint and Grand Prix race before. He looks at the moment imminent to take it again, but No Star's closing in, and Hadif has picked up a long lap penalty. So that just eases the pressure of No Star as he's braked right on the curb. He's run really wide. Big mistake, and now he's got pressure on him because now he's outside the 3-second window nearly. So No Star's braking technique of sliding the rear, it's caused him to drift all the way out to the curb. Thankfully he stayed on, but that could have definitely ended horribly for him. So 5 to go, 2.8 seconds. With a 3-second long lap penalty. So now that both riders are forced to push. There's no comfort zone of just sitting behind the leader for No Star. He has got to push. He's got to maintain the gap. He's got to close in the gap, actually. So we definitely could see someone break here and go down in their effort to maintain position as No Star. I think he's struggling here. He's struggling, and he's gone down. I don't quite know what happened there, but he just could not turn the bike on the left of McLean's. On the left. Oh, and he's gone down again. But he's got such. He's gone down twice, but he's got such an advantage over Dreaded Head. He's managed to stay in 3rd place. So big. There's No Star's just got no tyre left, and what I was on about earlier, it looked like he's trying to maybe save the tyres. Maybe he hasn't got any tyre left. But some big mistakes, and all of a sudden he's lost about 12 seconds to head on this lap, and he's all over the place. No Star just needs to reset. He's in 3rd place. He's got a big gap still over Q Game. He's breaking. Okay, but he's gone down again. I do not believe he Dreaded Head now. Well, he's not 3rd. He's taken 3rd on track, but he won't on time because No Star. Dreaded Head's got a long lap penalty, and No Star is actually only 1 warning away. And No Star's head is going quite badly here, and he's just barged Dreaded Head out of the way. But he's going to let him through, so I nearly make a mistake there. So No Star I don't quite know how it's all gone wrong. Maybe it's tyre wear, I don't know. As Q Gamer now moves to 7th. If Q Gamer somehow walks away here, I generally can't believe this. Just a couple of laps ago, No Star was on course to extend his championship lead by about 13 points. Whoa, and Dreaded nearly goes down running on the inside curve at Starkey's Bridge. And No Star, he's not going to go down again, is he? He's run on at McLean's. Q Game has gone down again, though. Q Game has gone down at the Old Hairpin, but No Star drops down to 5th. No Star's... He's going straight... I wonder if he's got problems with his controller, maybe. And he stopped. Has he run out? There's always run out of fuel. What's going on here? Something's going on with No Star. We're going to stay on board with his... Where is Q Gamer? Q Gamer's coming now. He's gone past his championship rival. And No Star is going to take 8th place here because something has gone... I I'm wondering maybe could it be his controller's gone wrong? But no star's gone. So whatever's gone wrong for No Star, it is all going in the favour of Q Gamer, who's been given an absolute lifeline. And I tell you what, Freddie, in the last 3 races, is going to be taking the first and 2 second places as it stands. Freddie could be a dark horse to snatch the title here because Q and No Star have been making mistakes left, right, and centre in the past 3 races, past 3 and 4 races, and Freddie's just been the one constant. I mean, I know Freddie might have missed a couple of races though, from the top of my head, but if not, if they're not careful, Freddie could pounce on them here. As Q Gamer now moves back into 6th place, and I imagine it's going to be the best he can hope for unless Daredevil has another crash at Goddard's. But what can you say about Skydeef? He's managed to pick up along that penalty, but he has not gone down. He's just maintaining that gap to Freddie at 4.5 seconds, as he will round Goddard's to start the penultimate lap for this race. You can see some people like Q Gamer and Marcel haven't even exited Coppice, just about exiting Coppice now as he's starting the penultimate lap. The Deef runs quite wide into Redgate. And that's cost him a couple of attempts. So, I mean, Freddie can still win this, because if Hadif rides like he did in the sprint and has problems, maybe, all it takes is one mistake from Hadif, and Freddie's there to take victory. And the gap's now 4.1, so just gonna wait and see. Hadif, it should be his in the bag, but if this race has taught us anything, nothing's in the bag at all. But the bike looks smooth. It doesn't look all over the place. Looks like the tyres have held out. Hard braking into the foggy S's. Not taking any curb. But he's run onto the grass though. That's going to cost him time. But it seems like Freddie may have made a mistake somewhere else at Coppice as well. And he once again takes that wide line at Malwell Loop. That ultimately maybe give him the win. So, for the penultimate time, he rounds Goddard's. And on he starts the final lap of this crazy, crazy race. Into turn 1, I think Freddie's opting to just settle for second. He doesn't want to make... I mean, he can afford to crash because of how much of an advantage he's got over Dreaded Head. But he's probably just thinking it's best to maybe just doesn't have the confidence to try and fully push Hadif to his limit. But Hadif now through Starkey's Bridge into Schwantz and heading now into McLean's. He's the only rider to not crash during both races. Marcel's gone down on the final. He's only on the final lap, yeah. At Goddard's. But Hadif is the only rider to not go down, and in consequence, that has meant he is led for the majority and will surely take victory. He took a double victory of a sprint and a Grand Prix at India last season as he completely cuts the corner at Foggies. But I don't think it really matters. He goes round the Malvern Loop and into the final corner. And Skydeef is your victor at Donington Park. He takes a double victory, and despite missing the last 2 rounds, he might actually still be in championship contention, potentially. Freddie takes second, saying his claim for the championship. Dreaded Head, who was meant to be working, turns out he's going to end up on the podium. Picking up his maybe his second podium of the season after missing the 2 races last week. So the Jamaican is back on the box. And Q Game has gone down the last lap. As Joe takes 4th, Daredevil is 5th, Marcel and Q Gamer just coming up to the final corner now. Q Gamer being given an absolute lifeline, gaining 2 points on No Star during this race. So, Hadif takes 1st, Freddy 2nd, Dreadhead 3rd, Joe 4th, Devil 5th, Q Gamer 6th, Marcel 7th, No Star in 8th, and Ropey will round out the field in 9th. Unbelievable. Okay, so I think Hadif is going to be the only person here. Oh, Dreadhead's here. Okay. How are you here? Hello. Okay. So Dreadhead. So the race has been so chaotic. I can't remember where you finished in the sprint, but I got a message that you weren't going to compete in this race, but apparently you. Yeah. It's no problem, but well done. You held on. You took podium, so I hope it's worth it. Yeah, so well done, and enjoy your time at work. Well, thank you. So we move on to the double race winner in Sky Hadif. So fantastic 2 races. You were the only rider to not crash. And what is it like to take a victory? Yeah, so well done. Fantastic job. And we'll hopefully see you next week. Where I can't remember where. I don't know what track it is, but Yeah, so that's been Division 2. We'll be back with Division 1 in about an hour's time. Goodbye.